Hey, this is Rick. Welcome back to my channel, Rick Loves Maria. And today I just wanted to let you know on a couple of different topics. Um, One is work. I had an interview the other day. It was something insurance related. Well, it was a phone interview. And after a couple of questions, it was easy for me to determine that this was some sort of a scam. Believe it or not, there are Americans out there who post job listings as if they have a job for someone to do. And when someone responds to that, they it's advertised as like insurance sales or something like that, which would be kind of cool. I think I could do that. But what in this case, it's where you have to pay for these leads, and these people have already been contacted by many different potential salespeople who are trying to make a living at this. And so you're sharing leads with other people, and these people are probably no longer interested in whatever the insurance is. So it's just a scam. And this one person, and you got to do your homework. Google it, look on the internet, search YouTube. I can't remember what the name of it was. J JG Financial or something. I can't remember what it was. It's out of Swannanoa, North Carolina, which is ironic because it's not far from Asheville, and I, was living up in the Asheville area for 10 years. And so anyway, it's a scam. One person on YouTube said that they paid $2,000 for leads and basically got one potential sale, which fell through. Okay, so it's just a pyramid scheme, is what they call it. A pyramid scheme where those at the top do well and those at the bottom are all paying for the person at the top to continue to do well. So luckily I'm smart enough to ask the appropriate questions, look on the BBB site, do a little bit of research, and see all the complaints that were about it online before I got too far into it. And I could tell by the answers the person was giving me that I didn't like what I was hearing. So anyway, I'm no longer pursuing that, let's say. I'm still messing around with some solar. I'll be out canvassing back again on Monday. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing FedEx. So, I'm working. I'm not bringing home a lot of money, but I've also paid off a lot of debt that I had as well. I've eliminated some debt so that I don't have nearly as many bills. And that's the one thing that luckily I can try to control. So anyway, the other thing is the South Carolina Department of, I don't know what's called, workforce, DEW. They denied my my unemployment claim, even though the employer that let me go said I could have unemployment, and so it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I'm having to do an appeal on that. So I wrote them a letter to appeal. So I don't know. I'll find out next week. It just doesn't make any sense. In North Carolina, if you are unemployed, you just go down and you tell them you're unemployed, and they sign you up. Down here, they mess with you and tell you, sorry, you don't qualify for benefits. they're really stingy down here. They don't help people out. There's a lot of homeless people. I can see why. South Carolina doesn't take care of their citizens. I'm not impressed with South Carolina. So anyway, but I can do a lot of different things. I have experience with electrical, plumbing, roofing, carpentry, construction, masonry, automotive. I've done many different things over my lifetime. I have a lot of skills. I can do a lot of different things. I can sell cars. I've sold electronics. I've sold RVs. I've driven a forklift. I've done worked in warehouses. I installed glass. I installed glass in condos and mirrors and stuff like that when I was in college. I've delivered pizza. There's really not much that I can't do, and so I'm not really that concerned yet. I mean, I'm still, applying for a lot of places. I don't know if I want to get back into IT. One thing that I've got is a CDLA permit to drive the big rig, the big truck, and I may pursue that. I do not want to be on the road for weeks at a time. I don't want to be spending the night in the truck at the truck stop because I need to have a CR nearby so that I can use the restroom in the middle of the night whenever I want to. I don't want to be having to climb out of the truck and go walk, far in order to do my business and then get back in the truck and go back to sleep. So anyway, I'm still applying for different things and working on. Still got several things that I'm working on. So so we'll see what happens here. I have an apartment here, and I don't have to stay. There is a fee to get out of the apartment early if I want to. I'd like to be out by Christmas. My sister offered me a place to stay with them in Ohio, which would be great. I'd love to be near family. I really miss having family, somebody around to talk to. It's a free place to stay, but if I go there, then I got to find a job there, right? So why not apply for those jobs that are there from here? So I'm doing that. There's a hospital nearby. She lives out in a rural place. I'll go ahead and just tell it to you. It's called Stockport, Ohio, and it is very rural. We're talking Amish country. And the nearest civilization is probably Parkersburg, West Virginia, and Marietta. I don't know if Marietta's in Ohio or West Virginia. It depends on what side of the river it's on. There's a hospital there in Marietta that's hiring, looking for some things that I do. I've applied, so I'm waiting to hear. A lot of agencies seem to be having hiring on hold right now, just due to the pandemic. A lot of places seem to be kind of waiting, maybe to see what maybe they're waiting to see what the election's going to do, or something. I can't quite figure out what they're waiting for at this point. What some places are waiting for, but anyway. I don't care what I do. I'll install cable TV. I'll deliver packages, Amazon, FedEx, UPS. I even applied at the post office to be a rural carrier, drive the Jeep around. I don't care. As long as I'm bringing in enough money to pay the bills. There's other places up there. Zanesville is north of her. But anyway, I'm applying for several different things up in that area. I've applied for a lot of things here in this area. I've even applied for a few things in back in the Hickory, North Carolina area. I don't like Hickory, North Carolina, or Lincolnton, or Gastonia. But it's if I get a job somewhere, I'll just make the best of it. I do have a place to stay in the Hickory area. A friend of mine offered me a place to stay in the Waynesville, North Carolina area. I don't really cherish the thought of going back up the mountain. Everything's more expensive up the mountain. I'd rather be somewhere where it's warmer. Ohio's not very warm. They do get some snow, but Ohio is a good place to raise a family. It would be a good place for Zoe to go to school if she gets here. So I don't know what's going to happen. This is one of those times in life when change is always happening, and it's just a matter of who contacts me first and says, hey, I want to offer you something. The other option is to go, there's a company called Rail, Roehl, and they want me to come to Atlanta or somewhere south of Atlanta, put me up in a hotel for a month, teach me how to drive the big rig safely. And I may take them up on that. I think driving the big rig is a noble career. If you can be out there on the highway, get the things delivered and be safe, there's nothing wrong with that. I've seen a lot of people doing that. I had an uncle that drove a truck named Robert, and I think he's retired now, but he did well at that. I think it's nothing wrong with driving a truck. So anyway, I'm still working on several things. I'd go sell cars at CarMax or any local dealership. I don't know that anybody's buying cars right now. I don't think too many people are buying cars right now. I don't know. But I think a lot of people are just hesitant to do anything at this point because of the pandemic and the election. So the election will be over in a month. The pandemic, it's probably going to stretch on a while longer, but they're getting closer to having a vaccine, at least. So anyway, I've got lots of potential here. I feel like I just need to wait. Maybe next week my phone will hopefully start ringing. Until then, I'm going to continue knocking doors and selling solar. I'm getting in good health. Physically, I feel great. I've lost some weight, and I'm really happy that, in a way, maybe this may have saved my life, because I was sitting in an office all day, prime candidate for a heart attack, getting fat, and not getting enough exercise. And now I'm getting plenty of exercise. I'm working on my tan. You can see my farmer tan here. My forehead, I've had lots of sun. I've been wearing a hat to try to keep the sun off my forehead. But yeah, I've been busy, and that's what you got to do. You got to just stay busy and keep working on something. Today, I got some cards, some business cards arrived in the mail today, so I started handing out some of those. That's related to the solar job, just some cheap business cards. So anyway, if something else comes along and it's going to pay better, more steady, I'll do it. But I gotta do what's available to me. So I guess you saw some of the videos I uploaded from the Philippines, the girls riding the hoverboard. I think that's great. So it looks like a lot of fun. So that's what's going on here. Stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.